then we are surprised when our values don't stick, when our faith does not transfer, and when our advice falls to the ground. Not the physical muscle, but the muscle that tells them that they can wait. Let boredom lead. We don't have to fill every quiet minute with some form of activity. Boredom is where creativity and patience grow. From one parent to another, here are thoughts about raising our kids in our instant everything world. Growing up in Nigeria, a typical meal at home comes with a piece of meat and maybe rice or any kind of carbs that we may want to throw into it. And in my parents' house, you are not allowed to touch that meat until you're done with that food. And that is boring. But it quietly taught me something. I can wait. I can finish the hard part before the reward. No big speech is needed, just a simple house rule that trained self-control. Today, everything is on demand for our kids. Free access to snacks, free access to screens, and even free access to entertainment, making delayed gratification tough to teach to our kids and for us also. And as parents, we are busy working, commuting, and juggling bills and bedtime. Less time with the kids means internet will automatically fills the gap. Then we are surprised when our values don't stick, when our faith does not transfer, and when our advice falls to the ground. I am not sharing this because I am an expert. I am equally struggling through this too. Here are a few small things that I'm trying, or maybe I am retrying to bring back the wait first habit in our busy home. To start with is the meal before the meat idea. You have to do the house chores before you can have access to games. And even the games, they do only come on Fridays after school. No lecture, just the same basic house rule every day. Another one that we're trying is to make sure that the reward is visible, but it is not accessible. Maybe they need to do something before they can get the reward. So we can put the snack on the table and set a timer. Seeing it and waiting for it can help them to build muscle. Not the physical muscle, but the muscle that tells them that they can wait. And this one, we do it a lot. They are not allowed to look at our phones unless we call them to look at it or we hand it over to them. That is tricky, but it helps. And I know they will come to you and tell you that, oh, I'm so bored. I'm so bored. Let boredom leave. We don't have to fill every quiet minute with some form of activity. Boredom is where creativity and patience grow. Pick up a physical book and read. And with every chapter that you've read, you have to explain that chapter to me at the end of it. And if you want to take it a little bit further, you can praise their patience, not just the result. Praising their patience helps them to realize that, oh, so waiting for something is equally as good as getting the result when I'm done waiting for it. When you catch them waiting their turn, name it, celebrate it. It is good for them. And none of these things is about starving our kids or being harsh to them. It's about the small, consistent limits that teach them and reminds us that we can delay a little now so that we can enjoy more later. And as parents, we won't get it perfect. Busy week never stop happening. But even one or two of these habits done gently and consistently makes a lot of difference. Above all those things that I've mentioned, all the effort, use the power of prayer. We have to continue praying for our kids. My wife and I, we are still learning. These are just thoughts from one parent to another. In your household, what wait first habit are you implementing at home? I would really love to hear from you. God bless you and your family. Stay blessed.